Hey, what's up y'all? I'm back with another video. With the rise of AI the past few years, I figured, hey, I wonder if it knows anything about gold farming. I went to ChatGPT and asked it for its top 5 gold farms, and let's just say, the output it gave me was interesting. If you don't know what ChatGPT is, literally how? I don't believe you. That aside, in this video, I'm going to be trying ChatGPT's top 5 gold farms in World of Warcraft. Anyways, let's get right into the video. The first farm that the AI suggested was Herbalism and Mining. A safe bet, both on the AI's part and on the average player's part. Herbing and mining definitely is one of the best ways to make gold in the game, as there will always be a demand from players who are more skilled, ready to buy the mats and use to make more money. Specifically, the AI suggested Fellwood, Ungoro Crater, and Winter Spring, so I'm going to be farming each of the zones for half an hour and quickly return with the results. After dual gathering in the 3 zones for half an hour each, I came up with 1,869 items worth a total of 10,802 gold. On the screen is the full list of materials I gathered while farming. I'm not gonna lie, I was watching a movie while farming, so my intentionally wasn't entirely there, and I'm sure if you locked in, you could be making more, but regardless if you're locked in or not, the gold farm is pretty poor to say the least. I mean, you may be better off farming crabs on Darkshore with rates like these. I will say, if you are going to go out of your way to farm any of the 3 zones, Fellwood clears the other 2 by miles, as the materials that you gather are worth significantly more on average than Ungoro or Winter Spring, where you're essentially gambling for arcane crystals. The second farm that the AI suggested was farming old raids and dungeons, specifically ICC, Black Temple, and Bashna Twilight. Now, I will tell you firsthand that farming ICC for gold is just about as good a use of your time as rotting in bed watching YouTube shorts. On the other hand, Bashna Twilight does have some legitimacy to it, as the pets that drop off the bosses have some significant value, as they are tied to the Raiding with Leeches 5 achievement. I think Black Temple does also have some items of value, so I'm going to run both the instances and see what I can get. Alright, so after running the 2 instances, I was pretty surprised to have gotten anything of value. In total, I got 635 items worth a combined 22,269 gold in value. Fortunately, I got 2 battle pets, one from Bashna Twilight and one from Black Temple, worth 11,700 gold and around 5,000 gold respectively on my server. Meaning that for the probably 30 minutes of effort it took to run the 2 instances, including the travel time between the 2, I was able to pull 15,000 gold out of thin air, which isn't that bad, especially for a farm that requires so little effort and knowledge. I will admit that while Bashna Twilight may be worth farming, Black Temple is not. 99% of the looted item value comes from the last 2 minutes of the instance, specifically the rooms with the concubines. But hey, if you need to farm essences of water for whatever reason, this is definitely the place. The next farm that ChatGPT suggested I do is gathering Transmog items. The irony of it is that whether the AI knew it or not, the farms that it listed are actually pretty good. Scarlet Monastery is unironically a decent transmog farm that I may or may not be cooking a video on. Blackrock Depths is one of the most well-documented transmog farms in the game, and Molten Core has several items that are worth tens of thousands of gold, as well as metric ton of trade goods that drop from the mobs inside the instance that you can turn around and sell quickly. Anyways, I'm going to be running Scarlet Monastery and Blackrock Depths 5 times each, and then Molten Core, and quickly return with the results. So, after farming the 3 instances, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I wasn't particularly lucky while farming Scarlet Monastery, so after running the instance 5 times, I was only able to gather around 8,000 in looted item value, or around 40,000 gold per hour. That being said, Molten Core more than made up for it. After what was looking to be a pretty sorry run, I looted an item that sells for 25,000 on my server. If I was to continue to run Molten Core and add the same luck with different items, I'm looking at around 260,000 gold per hour, or just short of a WoW token at the moment. I was also pretty lucky with some drops in Blackrock Depths, but of course, never as much as I'd like to have been. After 5 runs, I had about 43,000 gold in looted item value, or about 117,000 gold per hour if I was to run consistently. Like with 99% of other transmog farms, these are high ticket items that I missed out on, but I'm sure would drop if I continued to run, so it's important to remember to never stop gambling, because you're just one run away from that million gold item. Now, the fourth farm that ChatGPT provided is kind of vague, but it does list examples. It kind of repeated itself by saying I could farm herbs and ores, but it also listed farming volatiles in Mount Hyjal and Oldham. Now, just as a forewarning, the best place to farm volatile fire is in the Twilight Highlands, but I might save that piece of information for another video, since I need to grift this game for every ounce of gold farming content that I can, but that might be another video too. Volatile air is pretty easy to farm. You just run through Vortex Pinnacle until Alteris and jump off the ledge to get teleported back to the start of the dungeon. That being said, I'm going to farm both for an hour and come back with the results. Okay, honestly, I had pretty low hopes as far as the two farms go, but I was surprised to find a very, and I mean very, moderate amount of success, at least with the Vortex Pinnacle. Farming the volatile fires was easy, but incredibly mind-numbing. 10 minutes of running a tight circle saw 1800 gold in volatile fire, or around 11,000 gold per hour, if your mental can withstand the torture that is doing hundreds of laps over the course of an hour. That being said, I did find decent success with the Vortex Pinnacle. Of course, being a pretty known legit farm, I was able to walk away from 5 runs of the instance with around 10,000 gold in value, which only took about 11 minutes, meaning that you're looking to make around 52,000 gold per hour if you're consistent. Like most farms, it is entirely luck-based. Sometimes you get volatiles on every mob, sometimes you may go through most of the instance without seeing any. That being said, still not bad. The last farm that the AI recommended for me is to farm rare spawns and bosses. Thankfully, I recently made a video on how to make a metric ton of gold in looted item value with rares and treasures on Northrend, so if you want to learn how to farm gold with rare spawns, I would definitely recommend checking that out. That being said, ChatGPT recommended I farm the Time Lost Proto Drake and Kazakh. Now, while the Time Lost Proto Drake doesn't drop anything I can sell for gold, Kazakh does, and some of the items that he drops fetch an insanely high price on my server. Fortunately, as someone who has experience farming Kazakh, I'm going to spend the next couple nights hoping to get kills and will return with the results. While I didn't get footage of a Kazakh kill, I do have a screenshot. I looted the Exodar Lifestaff and Gold Leaf Wild Boots, which I currently have listed for 28,000 and 20,000 respectively. If you've never farmed Kazakh before, that's cool. The items that he drops have shared appearances nowadays anyways, so the items that take many months of relisting to sell, as well as having hyper-deflated prices compared to what they used to be in the past. I've probably killed Kazakh 8 or 9 times in my 12 years of playing, and while it feels cool to kill a mob that not many people nowadays even see, as far as gold farming goes, definitely not worth it. So yeah, the AI kinda knew what it was talking about. Some things such as recommending the Time Lost Proto Drake or Mount Hyjal volatile fire farming were definitely wrong, and the information that it has is definitely general, since I don't think any person ever would recommend farming Icecrown Citadel for anything, but it actually had some knowledge to what it was talking about. Maybe I'll have to ask it for suggestions again sometime, who knows. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I have some good old-fashioned content sludge brewing in the sludge factory that I am excited to share with y'all, so make sure you subscribe so as to not miss that. Also, my guild just reached 20 million gold in looted item value. Just wanted to share that piece of information. If you liked the video, dope. Awesome. If you didn't like the video, also dope. Also awesome. Anyways, as always, peace.